without going crazy, there was a season where the MPV was crazy. Like that was a nice vehicle. You know what I mean? And it was like a family vehicle, but it wasn't. You know.
The old Castle Street was jumping, and everybody was out there, and you just would see them. Everybody pulling up with their MPVs, and it was just back then. Everything was love, and it was an MPV thing back then.
MPVs? Oh man, I remember back in the day. I can't remember his name. He had the yellow one around here. Yeah, that shit was fire.
Shouts out to my man Slick Rod. Had the MP
and Big Rod.
And
Slick
Big
Rod had
Rod
the white one, and Big Rod had the yellow one.
Right, Big Rod had the Keith Rose. Shouts to Chef Keith Rose had one.
Yeah, he had one.
They was really on it. You know what I'm saying?
MPV was purchased. I purchased my grandfather put a down payment for me for a graduation present in May 1995 from University Mazda.
Yeah, I got the MPV in like 1996. I got that. That's the year I got that MPV.
I got my MPV in 1997. I think one of the influences for me purchasing that Mazda MPV was just kind of at that time, the culture. And the hip hop culture was real strong. The minivan or the MPV was just real hot in New York, and New York was the hottest mecca for hip hop ever, you know what I mean? So it was a hip hop thing, it was a street thing, and if you was in tune, you had a nice MPV.
Yeah.
WuTang, the Wu.
I think the Wu.
Jumping out
and then you pull out, and it's about 10 cats getting
Jumping out the MPV. Everybody can fit in the MPV.
Leaving the side door open.
Like, I mean, I heard about an MPV before I even knew what it was. Like, from a WuTang song. I didn't even know it was a Mazda. At the time. But
Raekwon, the chef from WuTang Clan, they all was rapping about him, so it was just popular.
I imagined it was something like amazing.
Given WuTang Clan, that was back then when everybody was driving those MPVs, and it was like Raekwon was like, he was rapping about it, and he was like, he used to be like, he would be like,
I'm gonna get an MPV because Wu-Tang had one, or Boot Camp Click. Like, that was the wave for everybody down here.
All of my favorite rappers at the time were in MPVs because it was counter to all of the other fancy vehicles rappers were driving.
He said something like, rolling in MPVs every week, we made 40 G's.
I was like, yeah, I'd like to be rolling in MPVs, making 40 G's a week.
Cream came out, that song Cream, and they said jumping out of MPVs every week we make 40 G's. It was just, all she wrote after that.
It was like, back then it was like fun, and exciting because he was rapping about it, the car that you had, so that you was driving. So to have somebody rapping about it, it was like you kind of felt that. Like you felt that, like having an MPV, and still to this day, it's like when I hear the song and I hear it, I be like, I can relate to what he was saying.
Chef here in Wilmington, multiple restaurants, grew up here, a lot of friends here, and of course, I'm an owner of an MPV, former owner.
Champion bound to Malcolm X with a pinch of Christ. Cashes with the jab, I'm Floyd May, my defense is nice. Crafted by a Mac, I'm embedded to get the cheese. Genius with the